find me, yeah, I'm in the front row with my 2 tickets on me. I'm in the front row, the best place to be. I'm in the front row, best place to be.
Yeah, we are back in the front row, and once again, Devin was right.
We back, and what can I say? What can I say?
You know what? I'm in pain. You know, I had my wisdom teeth taken out 2 days ago, and then on top of that, a few days before that, your prediction's right. The Eagles win. The Eagles win. The Eagles win. I don't know how, but they did. They neutralized the Vikings defense, which was pretty much unstoppable all year. And they're set to face off with the GOAT, Tom Brady. So before we jump into all this NBA, you got to tell me now, because your ass is about to be over there.
That is true. I will be at the Super Bowl. Leaving next Friday. Be there throughout the game. Be at the game and kind of excited.
Talk about brotherly love right there.
Definitely. Shout out to my little bro. Hopefully they win, man. That'll cap off the whole weekend. We're gonna be having fun all weekend, but that game is the most important part, and hopefully they cap it off with a victory. But let's go back to last week. As far as the Vikings, I was a little skeptical of them. I looked over the season. If you look, the Vikings didn't play the same on the road. Their defense at home and their defense on the road were 2 different teams.
It's always like that, right? They always have those splits.
So they're on the road, so that's why I felt like everyone forget they still had a backup quarterback playing too. So it's not like they had Tom Brady on their team or Carson Wentz for them. Yeah. So they had their backup quarterback playing too. So that's why I was kind of confident in it. But as they beat them as bad as they did, I didn't expect that.
What does this do for Wentz, though? What if they win?
It means nothing. Wentz will still be the starter, guaranteed. Foles has been a quarterback in this NFL he's already had 40.
What if he just won a Super Bowl?
But you got that job because Wentz got them there.
So Foles is gone, though, right? He's bouncing.
I don't know if he's gone. He might either stay as the backup or but he's not going to be the starter. Win or lose, he's not taking this job from Carson Wentz. No way. That's not happening.
Yeah.
As far as the Super Bowl goes, I think they have a shot. I just look at it as I think it might be a little high scoring game because I don't think the Patriots defense is as good as the Vikings defense was. So I think the Eagles offense might be able to put up some points. And
these are both cold weather teams, so the winter weather is not going to affect them. Oh, that's true.
Vikings, the new stadium is a dome. Yeah. Thank God, because I heard it's supposed to be 14 degrees at game time. So
it'll be nice and 75, toasty.
Hopefully inside the dome.
Sipping a beer.
So that should be good. I'm just excited. Like I said, that's exciting. It was a good game. Good games last week were good. I was disappointed in the Jaguars. I thought they were going to do it. Thought they were going to pull it off. They were there. And once again, Brady showed his greatness and snatched their hearts right from them at the end. But
never ends.
What
never
can
fails.
you say? He's the GOAT. Even though I don't like him, he's the GOAT. You can't say
You know, they're having that conversation today. Who's the greatest team athlete of all time? Is it Tom Brady or is it Michael Jordan? I mean, don't get me wrong. Brady's amazing. Michael Jordan's 6-0 with 6 MVPs in the finals. That's it. Done deal. We're over. We're moving on.
I also feel like I think Colin Cowherd made a good argument that Jordan was able. A lot of people say it's Tom Brady because football's harder, but Jordan is in a sport where one person can make a bigger difference on a team.
Yeah.
In football, Brady's just one piece of that equation.
Yeah.
There's 11 other guys. There's other guys that got to play defense.
He doesn't play two-way, you know?
Jordan's both ways. You got to play offense. Jordan has to play defense. Like LeBron got to play offense. LeBron got to play defense. Brady's just one-sided. All he has to focus on is offense, scoring. And there's multiple ways. Like I said, Jordan can't, like Colin Howard made a good argument. Jordan affects it in basketball. One player can affect your team way more than one player can affect your team in football. So I agree with that.
So, but with that said, I do think the Patriots should pull it off. I think this is it's their domain. This is their realm. You're on Belichick's territory right now. Is this the end though for Belichick and Brady?
If they win, it's hard to lose. If they win, it's hard to say. But if they lose, I can see some like that report that came out a couple weeks back. Like I read that report. That report detailed some real issues that they're having.
So if Brady wins again, should he just retire?
Nah, I don't think he should. Well, I mean, that's up to him. That's a personal decision. But if you're still, this is one of his best seasons ever.
Yeah, he might win MVP, right?
Yeah, he probably is because Carson Wentz got hurt. If Carson Wentz didn't get hurt, he would have got MVP.
What about my running back over here in LA?
Gurley. It's
Okay.
He's up there.
He's nothing.
No, I'm not saying he's nothing. I'm not going to say that. He's not trash, but I just feel what Brady did was more impressive. But Carson Wentz was going to be damn near 40 interceptions and single-digit interception. 40 touchdowns, I meant to say.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's a lot.
single-digit interceptions if he didn't get hurt. So, Tom's a GOAT, and Tom's been talking that he wants to play until he's 45. That's why they traded.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy.
That's why they traded Garoppolo to the Niners, because they're like, we got our quarterback.
If I'm Kraft, I'm like, you know what? I love you to death, Tom Brady, and as much as I want to believe your word, you're still 40.
But it's Belichick. Belichick is the way you're talking. That was Belichick. Belichick was thinking, he always does this. Belichick gets rid of guys a year or two early before a year or two late. Yeah. And I kind of like that.
They even did it to Joe Montana.
Yeah. So he wanted to. He's been grooming Garoppolo. He wanted to keep Garoppolo and have Brady retire.
Garoppolo's going to tear it up.
You know what I think really was what it was? I think Belichick and Brady, they're battling for who's this dynasty. Who was born?
Oh, I see.
Belichick is the reason, or is it more Brady the reason? So I think Belichick saw this as, let me get Brady up out of here. He's 40. Hopefully he retires. We don't need to pay him. We got Garoppolo. I think he wanted to get Garoppolo in there within the next year or two and try to win a Super Bowl.
You think after the season he was going to talk to Tom and be like, all right, man, retire. Get up out of here.
I don't know if he was going to do that. I think deep down he was kind of hoping Brady would show signs of age. But this year he didn't show signs of age. But even if he
does, I want to see Brady go out like this. I don't want to see Brady go out the way Kobe did. Like fucking, sorry about my language, duct tape together.
But he's saying that. Did you hear what he's saying?
Hobbling up and down the field, up and down the court.
In his mind, he thinks he says he wish he has some doctor. He has his own facility in Boston, TB12 it's called. He's like super into his body now. And he says like this guy that he works with, he thinks he could keep him going until 45, 46. And he says he wish he would have met this guy when he was 20, because he says he would have known. He says he feels better than he does at 25. Right now, at 40, he feels better than he felt at 25, he says. So in his mind, he thinks he's going to keep playing until 40, 45. Till 45.
Yeah, I mean, he could think that, but I mean...
And he convinced the owner, because the owner called Belichick in the office and said, you need to trade Garoppolo, because we're not having this controversy. Belichick didn't want to do it. So you know what Belichick did? Called his homie, Kyle Shanahan, the 49ers head coach, he's friends with, and said, hey, it wasn't even a negotiation. He called him and said, give me a second-round pick, you got Garoppolo. Wasn't a negotiation. They could have got a first... Niners would have given them a first-round pick for that. Damn. He said, give me a second-round pick, and you got it.
The drama continues.
So that's all those things that are coming out. Like, I think there's drama, but if you're winning... I think winning cures a lot. So I don't see them breaking up, because where's Belichick going to go, realistically? All the other jobs are pretty much filled at this point.
And I want to stay on that topic of drama, but before we do that, give me your prediction on the Super Bowl.
On the Super Bowl, I'm going to keep it flying. I'm going to keep it riding high.
Oh,
fly,
here we go.
Fly, Eagles, fly still. I'm not going to stop now. 3 weeks in a row, you've picked against them because they were the underdog, and this is going to be the third week in a row I feel like they're going to win as the underdog. The Eagles are cherishing this underdog role. They were the number one seed as an underdog. They're loving that. That gave them all the motivation they needed, and now they're motivated again.
Give me your final score prediction.
Final score, I'm going to go with 27-17.
Wow.
27-17 Eagles.
So it's not even going to be close at the end.
That's just how I'm looking at it.
All right, now I want to continue on this topic of drama.
Okay.
So now stories are coming out of Cleveland, right? And I think if no one's heard it, you just don't pay attention to sports. But apparently Kyrie Irving said, trade me or I'm going to get knee surgery and miss the majority of the season. No one knows, or no one's willing to admit who leaked this story. I think LeBron James did it. And the reason why I think LeBron James did it, because LeBron James is leaving. He's not staying in Cleveland. He's out of there. I know about a month ago, I was like, no, LeBron's staying. I think LeBron's gone. And I'm back on the fact that he's probably going to come to LA. But I think he's leaking the story because when it's all said and done, they're going to hate him when he says goodbye. They're going to hate him again in Cleveland. He's stacking the deck in his favor, showing like, look at my crazy franchise. Look at my crazy owner. Look what I had to deal with. This guy was willing to get a surgery on his knee to miss the entire season rather than play for us. He can point to all this dysfunction in his franchise and say, that's why I'm leaving. And I'm not spending the latter years, the last little bit of my prime, on a dysfunctional team that happens to be the oldest team in the NBA. I'm out of there. But with that said, I do not think LeBron James deserves a red carpet pathway to another finals. if he joins the Spurs or whatever. Because now I feel like people are going like, oh, he should join the Spurs. He should join this team. He should join another super team. Why does he always have to join a super team? Is he like just entitled to championships? Like he just, here you go. Take another easy route to the finals.
My whole thing with this whole with LeBron and all this is just I don't get how if I'm Dan Gilbert or their GM, like I'm not on Dan Gilbert's side or anything.
No.
I just feel how he treated LeBron when he first left. Let's go back to that. I don't agree with that. That letter he wrote, all that stuff he's saying,
it was bad.
I'm not with that. Personally, LeBron's a bigger man than me because I would have never went back and played for that guy. Screw you. You talking shit about me? I'm cool. I don't need your team. I'm making your team more money.
Yeah.
He's increased their value by so much by him coming back. So first of all, if I'm LeBron, I would have never went back there. That's how I feel. But I also feel like LeBron, as playing devil's advocate for them, for Dan Gilbert and whoever their GM is right now, acting, they don't have a real one. They tried to hire Chauncey Billups. He didn't want it. He knew LeBron was leaving. He was smart. Yeah. Fired David Griffin, who they shouldn't have done, which was a bad move. But I say it like this. Bron is always complaining, but every person he's ever asked for, they give it to him. You wanted Kyle Korver, they made the deal. You wanted Kevin Love, right? They made the deal for Kevin Love. You wanted all these players, so you make it work. So now just because these players are what you thought they were going to be, now we got to make more moves. And I don't like that.
That's the thing, too, that a lot of people don't see. That
you wanted J.R. Smith.
You
wanted all these guys. You wanted to sign Derrick Rose. Yeah. You wanted this. But now...
You wanted them to get that fat contract to Tristan Thompson? Guess what?
Did it.
They did. And
exactly. Now they're
a bench player.
Now look. So I just think, like, LeBron has to take some accountability and make what you got work. And it's like, also, he has them being held hostage in a way because he's apparently the other article, more drama came out. He's pissed that they didn't get Paul George. He's pissed they didn't get Eric Bledsoe. Yeah. But it's like, in order to get those guys, they would have had to give up that Nets pick. They would have had to give up assets to get that. Yeah. And LeBron, you're telling us you can't promise you're going to be here next year? Why are we going to give up this Nets pick? That's something that we can hold on to for our future if you decide to leave.
The Nets are playing well, too.
Yeah, but I'm saying, if he decides to leave and they have that pick, they can at least sell to the franchise. We're going to get this draft is loaded coming up.
Yeah, it is.
Even top 10 pick, you're going to get somebody decent. Yeah. So they can try to use that top 5, like, get one of these good guys and then start a rebuild. So they're not going to trade that for Paul George. So how would they look like if they would have traded that pick for Paul George? Then this happened, whatever. Then after the season, Braun and Paul George leave, and now they're stuck with what? Nothing? Like, so that's how I feel. I'm kind of on the Cavs side on that. Like, we can't just do everything because you say, and then you're not even telling us you're going to be here. So, like, no, LeBron, you can't have it both ways. You can't have your cake and eat it, too. You can't tell us, get everybody, but then can't promise us you're going to be here next year. Nah, it doesn't work that way.
And they said, too, that reportedly Dan Gilbert wanted to sell the team.
I think, I already know, I think he wants to sell the team because LeBron has the Cavs at this high right now, the value. That value ain't never, ever, ever, ever going to go back to that top, especially if he leaves. If he leaves, that franchise got dropping because they're going to start losing.
And they also say that Dan Gilbert owns a ton of, like, different spots all around the arena right there in downtown Cleveland, like restaurants and whatever, what have you. But because LeBron's value brings all that.
Correct. And when LeBron leaves, he knows his value ain't going to never be that high, so he might as well sell while it's high and get out of there.
He should just sell him now.
That's what I'm saying.
As of right now, LeBron James is still a Cleveland
Cavalier. That's all you, LeBron. Yeah.
So do the Lakers trade Lonzo Ball for LeBron James?
Not happening. Not happening. I don't even think that will be even brought up. I don't even think it's on the table. I don't even think Cleveland
send them Kyle Kuzma and Lonzo Ball and bring us LeBron James.
Not going to happen. The Cavs ain't trading LeBron. LeBron's going to have to leave because they want him to look like a bad guy again. They're going to LeBron's going to have to walk away and tell the Cavs I'm leaving.
I don't think LeBron's ego would allow him to be traded anyway.
That's what I'm saying. They're not going to trade him. The only way
I got traded.
I think the only way that he would get traded is if he walked to him and said, trade me because I'm leaving. I think that would be the only way he would trade LeBron James.
Or trade him.
Because they're going to want to make him look bad again. They want to make it look like he left. We didn't trade him. He left.
Yeah.
And I think, honestly, at this point, if LeBron could facilitate to where he wanted to go, I think he definitely would take a trade.
And where do you think LeBron would go?
I think he wants to go to he wants to try to go to Houston. I don't know how I feel. I think LA might be too young for him. Like, if he really wants to try to play with the Warriors, I don't think he feels
do you think I think if LeBron comes, he comes with a lot of baggage though. Like, give me David what's his name? Take that for data. The coach, take that for data.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Forget his name. Yeah. David something, right? David Fizdale.
David Fizdale, the guy that just got fired from the Grizzlies.
So he would say, give me him. Give me Fizdale. And he probably won.
Got to sign Paul George.
Got to get Paul George over here. But, I mean, I think the Lakers...
Okay, let's look at it like this. Say Lakers come back. Let's see what they do that after bringing Paul George. And let's say they bring Paul George, LeBron. That probably means Julius Randle's gone. That means Clarkson's out of there.
Not necessarily.
And KCP's
because
gone.
if you trade Lonzo,
they're not trading Lonzo. You need to get that out of your head, man.
If they want LeBron, they can trade Lonzo.
They're not going to trade Lonzo for LeBron. They're going to team up them two together. They're not
having LeBron and Lonzo on the same team totally doesn't make sense unless you relegate Lonzo to a 6-man role.
That's not going to happen.
Because LeBron's a point guard.
Nah,
LeBron's
I think
a point guard.
No, he's not. I mean, he could bring the ball up, but a lot of times
LeBron's a point guard.
Lonzo doesn't bring the ball up all the time.
LeBron's going to finish like 4th all time in assists.
No, but that would mean he's a point guard.
He plays point forward, bro.
Derrick Rose is their point guard. Isaiah Thomas brings the point guard. On the Lakers, he would not be the point guard. Lonzo Ball is the point guard.
I don't know how that works out.
Because
what the hell does Lonzo do when LeBron's gonna have the ball 90% of the time? It's not like Lonzo's a spot up shooter.
He's not gonna have.
It's not like he's like a D'Angelo Russell, which would have worked perfectly with the LeBron.
Kyrie dribbles and does all this stuff more than Lonzo does. Kyrie has to have the ball more than Lonzo does.
That's why it's not working.
They won a championship. How do you mean that didn't work? LeBron and Kyrie won a championship, and that's not working?
Oh, that's because LeBron was still LeBron. Like,
and he's not LeBron no more? Come on, bro.
Not both ways, LeBron. But he's single way LeBron. He's right now it's just offense.
Okay, but I'm saying Kyrie was a guy that needed the ball in his hand all the time, and they somehow made it work. Lonzo's super unselfish. That's not going to be an issue. You already know that.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, if Lonzo's not creating the offense and it's LeBron taking the ball up, or
who says that happens? That is LeBron don't bring the ball up all the time for Cleveland.
Okay, so 8 out of 10 times LeBron has the ball.
No,
starting the offense.
I don't think so. I don't think that to be true. 8 out of 10? I don't think that to be true. No,
it's more than half the time.
I doubt that.
Oh man,
maybe when Isaiah Thomas was hurt, maybe out of necessity, he does it out of when he has to. But if he came to the Lakers, he wouldn't have to. Lonzo's the point guard.
I just don't know how that works.
I think it would be great. I think it would be even better. Like, you know how they say Lonzo's brought the culture of passing because, like, while he passes, everyone wants to pass. Just now add another passer. There'll be assists and passes. They're gonna look like the Spurs out there, passing if everyone buys in.
I don't know if he brings the culture of passing. I think he brings the culture of running.
Who?
Lonzo. He gets everyone going. Because, yeah, he passes a lot, but I think he just gets the culture of, like, let's get up and down the court.
But I think if you see, like, let's go back to his college.
Because right now everyone passes.
Let's go back to college. When he's in college, by him, he instantly transformed UCLA to the number 1 offensive team. They were the number 1 assist team in the nation because it's like contagious. He wants to pass, so everyone's passing. The ball is like a hot potato. I think when in the NBA, he has these guys that he's giving the ball to who are a ball stopper. He gives the ball to KCP. That guy shoots up a shot every time he gets the ball. Ingram, well, we want him to score, so okay, he puts up shots.
Kuzma.
Randall's putting up a lot of shots. Kuzma's putting up a lot of shots.
Dude, Kuzma touches the ball, it's going up.
Exactly.
Kuzma's like the new Nick Young.
That's what I'm saying. But if they had LeBron in there, that would keep the ball moving. Keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Find the open guy, hit the open shot. I think Kuzma would be better with those two. I think Kuzma, because the defense wouldn't be able to focus on Kuzma, and he's a good shooter. And I think Bron and Lonzo would do wonders with Kuzma. I personally want to see it. I want to see LeBron and Lonzo.
You think LeBron's coming to LA?
Remember, you know me. I used to always say yeah, then I'm gonna say no. I'm going to say no. I just don't.
I'm 50-50 right now.
Yeah.
And the other team in LA, the Clippers, looks like they're going to get blown up pretty quick. They're trying to trade DeAndre Jordan. They tried to trade Blake Griffin for Karl Anthony Towns. Didn't happen because the Timberwolves were smart.
Correct.
So we'll see what happens there. But yesterday, the All-Star team, or 2 days ago, All-Star team was announced.
Team LeBron versus Team Steph.
I got Team Steph because that's a bunch of shooters right there.
That's what he said, but I'm going to go with...
But damn, LeBron and KD on the same team.
I'm not even looking at LeBron and KD. LeBron and KD plus the 2 best big men in the NBA, Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins. Them 3?
I think Embiid's going to have something to say about DeMarcus Cousins.
Okay. But what about Anthony Davis?
What about Giannis?
I'm not worried about Giannis.
You're not worried about Giannis?
They were talking about... I was looking at...
You know what? That's probably 1, 2, 3 best players in the league on the same team. LeBron, KD, and Anthony Davis. I mean, Curry's in there too, but Anthony Davis is the top 5 player.
Cousins might be better than him. I think he's a top 6 to 7 player as well.
No way. No one's taking DeMarcus Cousins over Anthony Davis.
BS.
Over Anthony Davis?
Anthony Davis is
nuts.
always hurt. He's doing better than him right
You're
now.
nuts.
Watch them on a consistent basis. Anthony Davis DeMarcus Cousins looks like a better player than him. I think they're both within that top 5 to 7 range.
I think
Both
you're
of them.
crazy.
I don't. I think DeMarcus Cousins is the best big man in the NBA right now.
Better than Anthony Davis.
Yes, I think so.
Man.
I take him over Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is hurt. He's going to miss 20 to 25 games every year. Proving it over 5 years. Proving it. And you are what you are. And he's an injury prone
What
player.
about what Boogie is?
Boogie's a hothead, but he ain't no injury prone.
Unstable.
I don't care.
Bad for the locker room.
Yeah, but he's
not a leader.
No, he's great though. He's a great player. That's why the Kings put up with him. That's why the Kings put up with
And
him
they
for so
ended up
long.
trading him for a bag of chips.
Because they had to, because he was going to leave. You know how it goes. Come on, Chris. You don't try to tell
They traded him at the deadline. They
Chris,
didn't have to trade him right then.
You know this, Chris. They had to. He wasn't going. He wasn't staying. Divock's like, get it out of
He
here.
was staying. He was
no,
about to cry at
he
that
was
press
gonna-
conference.
Yeah, he wasn't going to stay long term with them. All these players. Dwight Howard was crying.
He
It's
said he
sad.
wanted to stay.
He would have.
He wanted his $200 million.
But they weren't. Yeah, that's all he cared about. So they were like, nah, you know what? Get out of here. We feel like we can do better. They're gonna rebuild. They feel like they're in
Even
Sacramento.
if you think DeMarcus Cousins is better than Davis, which he's not.
Okay, that's your opinion. But okay.
Mentally, he's too much of a clusterfuck.
I'd rather have a guy that's a clusterfuck than a guy that's hurt all the time. Simple. Simple.
I'll take 65 games of a healthy Anthony Davis over 82 games of a nut job in Boogie Cousins.
You acting like this dude is just like Dennis Rodman out here messing with people getting ejected every game.
Kind of.
No, come on.
Not getting ejected, but dude,
He's not as much of a hothead as Draymond Green. You don't say nothing about Draymond Green. Thank you. Draymond Green leads the league in text. Actually, Durant's up there too. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's not like he's getting in trouble off the
Well,
court.
that's different though,
Not like he's fighting
there's
people.
even the seasons where Kobe led the league in text. It's different.
No,
though.
but I'm saying, like, that's what I'm saying. That don't mean you're saying he's a nutcase, but how? What has he done that shows he's a nutcase? He shows a lot of passion because he wants to win. He's fought hard. All I'm saying is I take him over
You call
Anthony
that passion.
Davis.
I call that immaturity.
Well, you call it what you want to call it, but I call it he put up 40, 20, and 15.
That was
other
amazing.
days.
That was amazing the other day. That was fantastic.
But he's been balling this
That
whole
was probably
season.
the best
It's
triple-double
not
I've ever
He's been playing this
seen.
whole season balling. But that's neither here nor there. Another thing I was going to
I
ask
thought
you.
they'd be better though with Rondo.
That's what they
Just
exactly.
dropping
They're only
dimes to them.
20s and they're still 20. Yeah, I agree. He had like
They're only
25
like
assists that one
Yeah, I
game.
know.
But if
They're-
they get in the playoffs, they're scary.
They're only 3 or 4 games above 500
Yeah,
though, right?
correct. What I wanted to talk about, they were talking about, I seen today earlier argument. They were trying to say LeBron was weak for picking Kyrie Irving, is what I was reading.
Oh, yeah.
Earlier. But I seen it like this. I was kind of looking at it, and I was looking at the starters and how I feel like, okay, LeBron picked KD first. Obviously, they already announced that. So I'm going through it, and for what I'm looking at, it looks like I think Kyrie was the last pick, and it was just like that's who's left, so LeBron had to get him. That's how I looked at it.
Well, Russell Westbrook's on his team,
But
too,
he's
right?
a reserve, so the starters had to get picked first.
So he didn't have to. He didn't have to pick Kyrie as a starter, though, did he?
Yeah, there was 8 pools of starters, so you guys have to pick from those people first because they voted. The starters got voted to 10. LeBron and Curry are the 2, so there's 8 left, and then they picked from those 8 who are going to be the starters.
Oh, I see what
Then
you're
after that, they had another round for the reserves.
Well, even still,
But I'm saying, let's look at it like this. I'm saying, I was looking at it. I was looking at it. And I was going back how it would probably would have went. So I was thinking LeBron probably got. So when I look at it like, so we know KD went first, right?
Yeah.
That was LeBron's pick. So I go over to Steph's team. Steph probably picked either Giannis or Harden, probably. Giannis or Harden. LeBron comes back. LeBron probably got Anthony Davis or Cousins.
Yeah.
He comes back. He picked
Probably
whoever.
Davis first.
Okay, he comes back. He probably picked whoever he didn't pick with Harden or Giannis, I feel like. So now it's back to Bron. Bron picks his other big man. So now it goes back to him. So now it goes, and then he probably picked Joel Embiid. So finally, it comes back to him, to Bron. So Bron picks his last player. Bron picked, Kyrie Irving was just left over is what I'm saying. So I don't think LeBron ever said, all right, I'm getting Kyrie. I think it was kind of like he's the last player left. All right, he's on my team. There it is. It is what it is. That's how I think that went down. So I don't think LeBron's weak for picking Kyrie.
And I just think it's funny too how they the way they pick Michael Jordan now, like, oh, Michael Jordan hated everybody. Like, come on,
True.
Jordan was the ultimate competitor, sure, but I mean, don't take it to the next level.
I tell you all the time, like, we didn't know much about Jordan because
we didn't have that
lack of
social
social
media.
media.
Yeah.
So I tell you all the time, I think Jordan wouldn't be looked at highly as he's looked at if there was social media. I think a lot of his flaws would have been exposed if there was social media.
Where I agree.
And I think he would have been on tweeting stuff, his cryptic messages, like they always say. LeBron talks to his teammates.
Yeah, because Kobe did that too when
Yeah.
he first came out on social media.
Exactly. So who's to say Jordan wouldn't have been all in that mix either? So it's just a different era. So it's hard. It's hard to compare. I feel like.
Definitely. So, well, next week's show, we will definitely talk about your experience there at the Super Bowl.
Yep. Next show.
Pictures. Hopefully, you get an interview or two. You can play it on the show.
Yeah, that's what I was shooting for. We're gonna be out there in the mix, meet the players, mingling with the players, doing events with the players. They're saying for all the family and friends, they got events lined up from Friday all the way to Sunday, including Sunday morning. We're gonna go to brunch with the players. So
there you go
before the game.
Make that shit happen.
So it should be exciting. I'll be next podcast unless we get one in before I go to the Super Bowl. We might try to get one in next week.
Super Bowl champ.
If
brother
not,
could be a Super Bowl champ.
Yes, sir. So we'll hopefully talk to you guys soon. We have some good news to share. We'll talk about hopefully an Eagles victory next time.
What can they find you at?
Find me on Twitter, Instagram, all of that, Mr._D White. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be at the Super Bowl, tweeting, Instagramming, Snapchatting. So follow me. I'm gonna have some good
Check them
videos
out.
and stuff.
Follow me on Twitter at C_RodSportsLA, at C_RodSportsLA, InTheFrontRow.com, In the Front Row Podcast.
If you're looking for me, hey, I'm in the front row.
Oh.